We can now bring in France 24's chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons. Rob, ITV is reporting that the Prime Minister has just spoken to the Queen and told her it's a courtesy that he will be remaining on as Prime Minister.
But that's interesting because it's obviously one of the questions that people have been asking themselves ever since the news that he was going to make this statement was released. Many people would expect that that would be the way things would go ahead. But there are many in the party and outside the party in Parliament who do not like the idea of Boris Johnson's staying on at all. Already, several Conservative MPs have said that they don't want him to stay on, that his presence is too toxic. Nicola Sturgeon, the leader of the Scottish Nationalist Party, obviously not a Conservative Party member, has made it clear that as far as she is concerned, as far as the SNP is concerned, he should go now. They don't want him around at all. But, you know, the normal procedure would be for this to happen, that he would stay on almost as a lame duck Prime Minister until the Conservative Party sorts out its election, which could take some time because several people are likely to throw their names into the hat and they have to whittle it down to two, and then a choice is made. That could take weeks. So in the meantime, the idea would be that probably over the summer, what's left of the summer, Boris Johnson would stay on as Prime Minister. But we don't know at this stage how strong the revolt against that idea is within the Conservative Party.
Considering we have had heavyweights resigning in just the past few days, in the past 48 hours, the Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, who spoke yesterday in Parliament, he gave that personal statement.
That's right, but it looks already that they've got what they wanted. It's another matter, you know. If not Boris Johnson, then who? Who is going to mind the ship over the end of July and throughout August before the Parliament returns in September? That'll be the question. You know, I don't think there will be the same objection to him staying on, although a lot of people will be pretty askance at the idea. But I would guess that he would probably stay on.
Let's talk about possible candidates to replace Boris Johnson, because as you said, a lot of people are expected to throw their hat into the ring, including former Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt. Yeah,
that's right. You know, there will be numerous people putting their hats, throwing their cards into the hat here. No question about it. You mentioned Jeremy Hunt, former Foreign Minister. He was the one who contested the leadership against Boris Johnson last time round, 2019. He lost, but he's well respected in the party, reliable. He did a good job as Foreign Secretary in most people's opinion. He is certainly a contender. Others include, of course, Rishi Sunak, the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, who resigned just a few days ago and wielded the knife in some respects against Boris Johnson by being one of the first to call for him to go. That may count against him. You know, the one who wields the knife doesn't necessarily get to wear the crown. You know, so that may count against him. And he splits the party on ideological terms. Plus, there's the question of the scandal surrounding tax evasion by his extremely rich wife. You know, there's the feeling in the party, the mood in the party, maybe we don't want to be touched by any sort of scandal at this stage, and perhaps they should go for somebody else. There's Priti Patel as well, who's the Home Secretary. You know,
very divisive figure.
Yeah, very divisive figure, an outlier perhaps, but I wouldn't be surprised if she stands for the leadership. Others already have made it clear that they're going to. Suella Braverman, for instance, the Attorney General, has put her name into the hat. So, you know, there are a number of people already lining up. You could get as many in the first round, as many as 12 people competing.
Thank you very much for that, Rob.